So what are we going to do? We're offering a seminar, write it down, I hope you'll come, Restoring the Vision. It's not the one some of you came to in the past. It's going to be May 15th. I don't know where we'll hold it, but we're delighted to have Dr. George Grant going to come and speak. And he is going to lay a doctrine of God and creation, 50,000-foot worldview perspective that we generally don't ever get, in order to make sense of our world and not begin the gospel halfway through the story. Then, Jeff Schaefer, who worked for 16 years at Alliance Defending Freedom, was senior counsel litigating these bathroom war issues. He was fighting the case that's currently pending in Connecticut that was talked about on that national radio broadcast, and the ones in Oregon. He left there, and he's now working on these issues from a different worldview perspective. And he has agreed to come and help us understand what happens when we lose this creational doctrine of God perspective, how it's worked itself out in the Supreme Court in rulings that have shifted the social structure. If you want to see the connect the dot, he will draw it for you, and he will help you see that it is no longer a question of the slippery slope. We've hit the bottom, and it's now a question of what propulsion will come out of it. I had a meeting of the FPC groups like me, leaders, about 3 years ago in Atlanta, and I finally got him to be able to come speak. And they left to a person saying, that is the best speech and the best connect-the-dot speech to what's going on in our culture from the Supreme Court down I've ever heard. You don't want to miss it. And then I'm going to pull up the rear and talk about what we can do and what tacks we can take that are rooted in the Constitution and in the truth of God to restore the foundation that's been eroded. And then lastly, we're going to have one on the fundamentals of the U.S. Constitution just for legislators, and Jeff Schaefer is going to come do it. I want somebody to come that people can say, oh, this is a brilliant guy, written lots of papers, been published lots of pieces, litigated, you know, not David Fowler, who's he? And he's going to come. But you know what? Those legislators will not come unless you insist that they come. And we begin to get serious to say, if you don't come, don't ask me for your money and don't ask me for your vote, because you're a part of the problem. If you don't understand the Constitution, let alone God, you're not going to fix our problem. And I don't say that in an angry way, because I'm only now beginning to understand the Constitution, and I graduated from law school in 1983. But if you've never studied the Constitution, not even from a pagan perspective, you're lost. So, what can I do, David? Said my friend. Come to Restoring the Vision. Bring your pastor. Bring your youth person. Bring young people. What can I do? Call your legislator. Get a group of people to call your legislator. Call your friends in other cities and say, we need to have 20, 30, 40 people all calling Representative or Senator so-and-so saying, I expect you to go to that seminar. I want you to understand the Constitution. When you take your oath, I want you to know what it is you're taking an oath towards. And this guy's sharp. He's among the best. He's one of the brightest guys, most solid theologians I think I've ever met in my life. It's a delight to talk with him every day. Well, not every day. So those are things you can do. So I've gone way too long, way, way, way too long. And I really, really do apologize. And I hope you'll forgive me. And we'll now have some question and answer and take a break. Thank you.